Hi guys, quick review on the Espada Large and the Rajah 2. And I want to apologize again, I'm on my iPhone, so the audio and video might not be the best quality. Um, I'd love large knives, and Cold Steel makes some really nice knives. My favorite, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, is this guy for a number of different reasons. One of the things I did with this large Espada was, for some reason, the Espadas have these strange angles, and they come out all pointy and stuff like that. I actually just took a little Dremel tool and I shaved down this part a little bit, all the way down to the metal stub. This came out, I don't know, like maybe half an inch or so. I just didn't like it because I like when I wear my knives, I kind of want them to have a low profile. Um, but these blades, definitely comparable. I mean, the Rajah is a little bit larger, but they're pretty comparable, I think, size-wise. They both have the thumb studs. Now, this one deploys from the pocket. For whatever reason, I guess the shape of this, a heck of a lot easier than this knife does. This knife, I would say about 70% of the time when I pull it out, it comes out, half open like this and not completely, open. This, every single time I pull this out of my pocket, this catches and deploys perfectly. And I don't really like this handle. I think it's called Grivery. I'm not really sure the name of it, but it's slippery. There's a little texture on here that is supposed to cause some friction, I guess, but it really doesn't. If my hands were wet, I could see this thing flying right out. And then the other thing I don't like is the clip. This clip is a monster long clip, and it's very low on the handle. This sticks out of your pocket or your pants considerably. Let me show you real fast here. Um, I just have a pair of pants handy. But this is how I like to wear my knives. Uh, in my pocket, I dress business casual. I don't like a knife that people can see easily. I don't want it to cause attention or people to point it out or ask questions about it. And this clip just is a monster. It's just a monster clip. I don't like that at all. I mean, that's easy to spot, draws your eye to it. And of course, this hanging out, it looks like almost a foot really, coming out really far, draws a lot of attention. This is why I like this Espada a heck of a lot better. And I like the handle material. The G10 is just very grippy. It's wonderful. It's very thin. It's comfortable to carry as opposed to this very thick Rajah 2. Um, One of the things that I like about this knife is that, well, first off, let me talk about the locking mechanism. The triad lock, I have a lot of confidence in it. On these larger blades, it doesn't seem to come out. This triad lock on, let's say a Recon or a AK-47 knife, this triad lock comes out a lot. I mean, that really pokes out there quite a bit. Um, and when it snaps in really securely, and it's hard to get out. You really got to push down to get that out of there. And when you look in the mechanism, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. That's a really deep well that fits into. I mean, as far as that's coming out, that's going back in. That's really, I have a lot of confidence in that lock. However, with the larger knives, it doesn't seem to come out all that much. The Espada comes out, a decent amount. Looks like less than half of what the Recon looked like. The Rajah, it's even worse. It barely even comes out at all. If you look in that, the well that it fits in, the little hole, it's not as deep as the Recon or the AK. The Espada looks kind of the same as the Rajah. It doesn't look all that deep. You probably can't see it too well on the video here, but so I'm a little nervous about some of the larger ones compared to the smaller ones. Now, if this locking mechanism ever failed, uh, you'd lose your fingers on the Rajah. This is like an axe. This has it's heavy. There's no doubt you would lose your fingers. Now, what I like kind of about the Rajah is that if you're gripping it like this and the locking mechanism failed, there's this big, dull slab of metal here that when it comes down, it hits your fingers. And you wouldn't cut off your fingers. Now, obviously, that would hurt. And if you're holding it down here, you probably would cut up your fingers pretty badly. But so I kind of like that feature. It gives me a little bit more security, I guess you could say. You know, because nothing is as strong as a fixed blade when you're looking at a folding knife. But I like the shape of this blade too. Really great stabber, super strong. You know, you could chop with it if holding it down here. However, this would be a much better chopper. I mean, this thing is heavy. It's just the way it's shaped and the thickness of the blade steel. You know, it's a lot thicker. So, I mean, I really like both of these knives. As far as carrying them, using them, I love this knife a heck of a lot better. Trying to think of what else I could tell you guys. Went over the handle, the clip. I don't know. I like these larger knives. I think they're fantastic. So, you know, I would look into getting a extra large Espada, but again, the problem that would limit me is the clip. I mean, the clip on the extra large Espada looks like it's the size of this clip. Just way too large for me. Comes out of the pocket or the pants way too much. So I think I'll be sticking with this guy for quite some time. I'm a big fan of this knife. I hope that helped you guys out or you found this interesting. Thanks so much, guys.